I just got a package in the mail today. Quite exciting. Prizes for best wrapped parts. Ooh, buddy. Look at that. That is stonking. So these are the valve covers to go on top of the engine. Dark crimson with a little sort of metallic flake in there as well, almost like a pearl. They're immaculate. That was Nathan at Factory Coatings that did them. They look fantastic, Nathan. Nice one, thanks buddy. Cool, let's get them back on the bike. I think they look pretty smart. Just starting to reveal what the colour scheme of the bike is going to be. But yeah, I think that engine looks so good. Really chuffed with that finish. Next up, I'm going to put in a petrol tank that I modified with the fuel sender. That goes in first, and then once that's in, we can put the swing arm and go from there. Right, that's a few things on the bike now. It's good to see it starting to take the shape of a bike again. It actually makes me feel quite good. I've kind of been a little bit sporadic. You've probably seen by the costume changes. Just when I've had time, just bolting a few extra parts on now and then. But I kind of haven't had a lot of time to really get into the build just now. I'm doing some more training with the fire service over the past fortnight, so time has been, minimal. But anyway, nice little surprise in the post today. Kilted Bushido builds, Al over in Ireland. A wee box from him. It's always exciting when a box comes from Al. Saw him a couple of months ago now when he was over for the Kickback motorcycle show. Unfortunately I couldn't make it, but the XS250 went down with him, and he did mention he'd be sending me some stuff, so let's see what's in the box. So, first up, we've got a NWT battery for the VMAX. We've also got two different types of regulator rectifier. It depends on the stator in the bike, which one you need, so you need to check out which stator I've got, then use one of them, get the one back, so hang on to it for spares. And then also have a starter solenoid to go on the bike as well. So yeah, perfect. Thanks so much, Al. That's awesome. I know many of my viewers will know Al of Kilted Bushido builds, but it's so awesome to have a little community that Al really kind of spearheads, and he's so supportive of myself and a few other builders as well. And all I can say is thank you so much, Al, for all the support and supplying the NWT parts for this bike. Obviously I'm not getting onto the wiring just yet, but it's nice to have the parts so I can just kind of figure out roughly where things are going. Yeah, it's awesome, and you'll see when I come to wire this bike, much like I did with the XS250, that wiring with NWT stuff is really quite simple. This will be a lot more complicated because there's a lot more to the VMAX with regards to electrical components, but it still should be way fewer wires than the stock wiring harness, and it also should bring this bike from the 80s into the 21st century with regards to technology. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting that done. So I've kind of bolted on everything I can for the time being. I'm just waiting on parts coming back from different coatings. There's some Cerakoting, some powder coating, some anodizing, etc, things like that to come back. Once I get that stuff back, then the bike should really start like accelerating with regards to how quickly it all goes back together. The forks are down getting hard chromed by Philpotts, pittedforks.com. I've talked about them in the past, but check them out if your forks are looking a bit cruddy. They are definitely the best service to use to bring them back to what they should have been. After they've done their job, they're heading over to Nathan Factory Coatings to get some cool nitride coatings and anodizing to the uppers as well. The forks are going to look proper trick. I'm really excited to see them come back. Yeah, but like I say, I've kind of stalled a little bit with regards to how much I can put this bike together without those parts in my hands, but that's okay because, as I mentioned, I've been away a little bit with the fire service doing some more training. Yeah, it's just one of these times in a build where, you know, things get a little bit slower before they speed up again, and I'm alright with that. It's good to take a wee break and take your foot off the gas a little bit. Anyway, I'm just going to wrap this episode up here. Hopefully that was interesting enough, and hopefully, you know, seeing the engine with the valve covers on makes a lot more sense to people now with regards to what colour scheme we're going for. I think the engine looks bloody awesome, frankly. Yeah, it's just such a cool lump, and blacked out with the red valve covers I think really suits the look of it. Anyway, as usual, please do give me a like, leave me a comment, and make sure you do subscribe to the Shoogly Shed channel for the rest of the episodes from this build and all my other build episodes for the other bikes I've built. I'll hopefully see you in the not too distant future. I'll try and get another episode out when I'm back from this training as soon as possible, and hopefully that will coincide with parts coming back from coaters. Yeah, so hopefully there'll be a lot of content for you in the not too distant future. Anyway, take care. Goodbye.